Hello and welcome to my sermon. It is November 8th of 2020. Now, who would be so evil as to even want to get into this area knowing that I do not want them in this area? And of course, I'm the owner of it. Who would be that evil? I would never think of trying to get into my enemy's personal space because I'm just not that evil. Now, sure, I could cause mayhem if I did get into someone's personal space. Anyone can do that. But I'm a Christian. What most Christians don't understand is that Christianity is not just about forgiveness. It's also very much about justice. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 17. Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression. Now, justice is a cornerstone to the Christian belief. When there is enough justice, and we can be confident that the offender will not do it again, forgiveness becomes an option. But we know, because of the Patriot Act, that these government terrorists are going to continue to burglarize us again. We have a government of criminals, terrorists, and thugs. Now, hopefully we can get newly elected President Joe Biden to repeal the Patriot Act, as Trump failed to do, Obama failed to do. And we need an organized Constitution Defense Force to help defend one another from the sneak and peekers, and to help go after and punish those involved in the sneak and peeks. But the government actually blocks people from even being able to communicate with me. That's how sadistic they are. And it's done in a clandestine way, so I can't take them to court. It's so evil. We live in a neo-Nazi terrorist police state, and people need to realize that and resist. And we need pro bono lawyers constantly suing the government to get our rights back. Unfortunately, alarm systems and cameras do not work because government gang-stalking terrorists just turn them off. In Louisville, Kentucky, Breonna Taylor was shot and killed during one of these sneak and peeks. And an officer shot while breaking in has sued the victim who shot him. Think about this. This police officer broke into their apartment without wearing a uniform, without announcing they were police, and then just expect them not to resist. That's the world we live in today. And the break-in itself was not constitutional. So these are burglaries by the government. One of my upcoming books, Burglary by the Government. We must ascertain who is in favor of repealing the Patriot Act and support them, and who is not. Those involved with the Patriot Act, of course, are most likely to support it. That supporters of the Patriot Act do not realize how treasonous and evil they are is flabbergasting to me. Philippians chapter 2 verse 15. That you may be blameless and innocent, children of God without blemish, in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. In the 1760s, the British enacted writs of assistance, where they broke in and ransacked people's homes and ships. That was one of the big reasons for the American Revolution and the creation of the United States of America. But these sneak and peeks are far worse than even those writs of assistance that the British did, because they are done in secret. Then the victim has no way to get compensation. Psalm chapter 101 verse 7. No one who practices deceit shall dwell in my house. No one who utters lies shall continue before my eyes. God clearly wants these sneak and peeks to stop and the victims to be compensated, and that is required by the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, just compensation. Lots of people believe in ghosts because they're like me with their alarm system showing it was armed, video surveillance erased during the break-in, but I know someone was inside. No, it's not ghosts, it's government terrorists. By doing this in secret, our government is a liar of a grand scale, as well as a burglar, a thief, and domestic terrorist. Our government will not punish itself, as it is required to do. It is up to us to do that. Colossians chapter 3, verse 9. Do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self with its practices. Let's all work together to get our government to tell the truth, and let's get justice.